so many games on so many platforms out there for us to enjoy, and almost every day more and more are added to the roster. But regardless of how many sweet games we gonna get, there will always be some we gonna miss out. So the question is, why? Why is that the case? Well, mostly the friendly people over in Japan think they can make a bunch of fun, exciting and sometimes wacky games and keep them all to themselves. But thanks to the internet, importing games from another country is now easier than stealing your neighbor's Wi-Fi. So if you're like me and are wondering which incredible gems are worth your money, stick around and I'll show you a handful. Gamers with a soft spot for trashy stuff, in particular fans of Sandlot's insect-infested EDF franchise, which is short for Defense Force for everybody who doesn't know, should get their hands on Zengeki no Regen Life. Here you're gonna pick a fight as either Frey or Freya against some ugly giants and their, well, equally ugly friends. The first thing you will notice is that the game is pretty brutal, and that alone was a big selling point for me. You can cut them in half, slice and dice their legs, hands and arms off. Like I said, it's pretty brutal, man. Depending on your character, you can choose from a wide range of weapons and equip up to 3 of them. Slayed beasts will reward you with different gems. Those you can then use for weapon or health upgrades. Since we're playing here on Wii, I think you can imagine how this game's gonna play. Yes, of course, it uses motion controls. And yes, it's kinda clunky. Also, yes, it has classic controller support, but as a motion control hater myself, it's really not that bad. Due to the repetitive gameplay, I think it really adds things up. It's pretty entertaining and one of the most interesting Wii games in my opinion. Oh, and by the way, Nintendo themselves published it. So, gonna get it?
Clap your hands!
I'm a huge fan of music and rhythm games in general, so it was a friggin' no-brainer for me to pick up Donkey Konga and a pair of bongos day one back in the day. Short time after, friends and I discovered that there was already a second game out in Japan, and what a surprise! Almost the entire tracklist was changed for the Western releases. So imported it was. Both of them. But did you know there was a third game? No? Well, you should know better, cause it's a freaking awesome one. Compared to its prequels, it still plays the same. It is a basic rhythm game after all. 4 different ways to hit the notes, 1 giant ape executing the task, and a gamer with the big stupid smile in front of a TV looking and behaving like an ape. Yeah, that's Donkey Kong, alright. The game is packed with exactly 57 all-new tracks, including a bunch of J-pop, anime and of course gaming soundtracks. Also new are all the mini-games. That means nothing, really nothing got carried over from previous entries, which isn't always the case for a game like this. I would say out of all the Donkey Kongas, I recommend number 3 the most, but I think 1 and 2 are much cheaper. But you would be stupid to pass on them. So my advice, get the whole trilogy. And if you want to be ultra hardcore, get also both American and European versions, cause they also differ in a few songs. someone who enjoys the overwhelming but also totally relaxing carnage of bullet hell shooters, there is no other game I could recommend more to every interested newbie in the genre than Mushihime-sama Futari 1.5. This, by all meaning, is truly a masterpiece in its own right and without a doubt the best gateway to become a fan, no matter what your skill level is. The best thing though is that it's super easy to learn. You have two buttons, one fires your shot and the other drops a bomb. If you hold down the shot button, you fire a laser thingy that slows you down and ramps up your shot. And that's it! Now blast your way through 5 stages without getting your ass lit, and you're good to go. What do you say? Sounds boring? No. You see, the beauty here lies in your ability to dodge enemy bullets and to stay alive as long as possible, to learn bullet patterns and to know how to score rightfully. What I just told you were the basics to get started. The rest comes by intuition. Well, and by looking up to score. But thankfully I got a review of it. Too bad it's in German. But jokes aside, seriously, from all the Danmaku games I played so far, thanks to its novice mode and 3 different difficulty settings, controls are ultra tight, the graphics are gorgeous, the soundtrack is melted butter for your ears, and the gameplay in every given mode captivates you in front of the screen. Like I said, if you wanna tip your toe into an ocean filled with bullets, this should be your starting point. Oh, and anybody who thinks that game is a cakewalk, yeah, think again. By the way, it's also pretty import friendly. You can play it on every Xbox 360 cause it's region free. Thank you! Did any of you ever ask yourself, man, what would it look like if Woodshot Tennis and Res screw each other over and having a baby that would then play with his sports all by himself all the time? Well, I'm glad that you asked, cause strangely something like this exists, and it's called Cosmic Smash. The folks over at Sega released this Squash meets Breakout experiment first in 2000 for arcades and followed up with a Dreamcast port in 2001. At its core, it's a pretty bare-bone arcade title in which your only target is to destroy every single obstacle in front of you. To do this, you rack and smash that little red dot as hard and stylish as you can into every square in sight. After clearing a room, you hop on to the Cosmic Bus and proceed to the next stage. But not without listening to probably one of the coolest and smoothest narrators in all of gaming. You can choose your own way to the end, and if you want to beat all of the somewhat of 50 stages, you will ride the Cosmic Bus a lot. I think the game does a very fine job, and in its simplicity it's perfect for a quick run between larger games. It's also a very unique collector's item, cause it was the first and is one of the few Dreamcast games that came in a DVD case instead of the regular jewel cases. But keep in mind, it's a bit pricey.
Your score is Cosmic Bus 707. Cosmic Plus 727.
So, at last, I want to show you all a little something called Oh No for Sony's PS1. But there is a teeny tiny little problem with that. I'm seemingly too dumb and or stupid, cause I can't even get past the first frickin' stage. Oh no! Oh. Okay, before I'm gonna destroy something or murder someone, I would say we try something else instead. How about... yeah, pop in Umihara Kawase Shun, also on PS1. This is much better. Totally chill and relaxing sounds spoil the ear while you climb and jump your way throughout the levels. Always looking for another door which let you proceed. And don't forget to make use of your fishing rod. It's not just useful against lag walk and sea life, but also pretty neat and necessary for climbing up platforms and swinging by bigger obstacles. I mean, everybody has a fishing rod down his pocket for moments like this, right? Don't ya? This is, by the way, the second game in the Umihara franchise and a damn fine one. It's not for nothing a well-praised series among the few who played it. The fishing rod is a bit tricky to handle, but after a short amount of time you get the hang of it. No pun intended. Technically, the game got released outside Japan, but that was on PC and in a slightly different version. Moreover, it's much more fun having it physically for an old school gaming system, isn't it? Alright, and there you have it. 5 console games exclusive to Japan. Almost 6, but yeah. I would say all of you who want to know more about Oh No, which I teased you earlier, you guys should check out Jimmy Hapa's channel, if you haven't already. Import Gaming for the win. He did a real fine job with his review. Indeed, a very fine job convincing me to think I could handle it. Well, thanks Jimmy for this one. And for the folks who want to support me, maybe you'll find one of these videos interesting. Until next time, gonna see you later. Bye bye and auf Wiedersehen. There's a pun with fishing.